Well, good afternoon. It's Bodie from Bitcoin Generations. Welcome back. It's been a long week. Scheduled recordings didn't happen this week, but we were at the Bitcoin conference 2025. It was really something. Got a lot of video. Still haven't got home yet to do it all, but got a lot of video to present to you over the next in the next week. We're going to be presenting all that stuff. Got a video here I want to bring up though. This is really good, and just kind of wanted to just see if I can include this into what we're trying to do here. Let me see if I can add to the stage. No, I don't want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. So,
we're going to talk about a little bit.
Here we go.
What we just discussed.
Squeeze in a little bit.
Okay, pretty raw video, but let's go ahead.
All right, go.
Well, we got a cameraman. Can he handle it?
Bring it up here.
There you go.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, so whoever talks, I'll focus on.
There we go.
I am a professional.
Okay, yeah. Right, go ahead. So we're sitting here at Steak and Shake after the Bitcoin conference. We're sitting here with all these sage guys, and we got Rajat, Jor, Jerry Loves Freedom, Kevin. This is really amazing, and we were just talking about like what if Bitcoin goes really crazy, like $1 million or something really hot, and I'm like, well, what are we gonna, we could say, well, we've been telling you that this is going to happen, and now you're like, how did that happen? Why is it like that? And I'm just thinking that we kind of need to have an explanation for people, just because they're going to be like, what? Because they don't, they see, all they see is the price. So Rajat, you were explaining some things that I would love for you guys to chime in on. Rajat, go ahead and take it away from this.
I think the most important thing is that this is the only thing that's truly finite, right? There's no way to increase the supply. Like on the other end, we have the US dollar, right? When we denominate things in the US dollar, the price will always go up no matter what, right? More dollars can be created, more dollars can be added to the economy, more dollars will always chase Bitcoin, but more Bitcoin can't be produced. That's it. So even if you get in at $1 million, you're still early. Even if you get in at $10 million, you're still early. As long as somebody's willing to accept fiat for your Bitcoin, or as long as somebody's willing to accept fiat for their Bitcoin, if they're willing to give you Bitcoin for fiat, you're still early.
What does Jerry think? The king of Vegas himself.
Well, I 100% agree with that. But I think in the future, looking back today, we're going to see that the Satoshis per dollar was just so cheap, right? They're giving this stuff away. It should be the reverse, right? We should be getting $900 per one Satoshi versus the other way. And I think it's all about the Satoshi. You guys already know I talk about that. But he's spot on, man. As long as you can trade in US dollars for Satoshis, I mean, again, they're just printing them. We saw the Coinbase commercial, right? They're printing out shipping containers full of dollars. And there's only one shipping container with this real money. So you knowing that and everybody telling everybody about that, then we're just way early.
Yeah.
I think there's two reasons. The money printer, obviously every dollar they print, Bitcoin goes up, that's one. But the second one is the demand, the awareness, and the understanding of Bitcoin. Because if you were in that conference today, 30,000 people, and you look back 5 years ago, it was a fraction of that, right? And all that is people understanding what this asset is. So the money printer and demand going up will make this thing go up forever. And I think it's going to be a combination of both. And I think it's actually the understanding that's going to be the real driver of it. Because if they print more money, that's going to make everything else more expensive. And even if you have Bitcoin there, you're still going to be paying that inflation rate. But as more and more people understand this asset, that's what actually really drives up the purchasing power in a real way, not artificially because of money printing.
Right. Yeah. That's what it's all about, the purchasing power.
Because more people want Bitcoin for the things that they're willing to sell, right? They're getting value for the value that they have, and the value that they have is constantly decreasing in terms of the value that you're willing to give them, right? And more people are competing to sell you the same things. So think about it. If you have a table, right? Like this table, for example, anybody can create a home, right? Anybody can make a whole business. They can start a factory where they're making tables on demand,
Yes.
right? But you can't do that with Bitcoin, right? So this table today might be worth what, 100,000 satoshis? But at some point, the number of people who have 100,000 satoshis who want tables are going to run out. So what that means is the price has to come down.
Get to 1 million sats.
That's it.
Get to 1 million sats. Any wrap up kind of advice? You got Jerry. Get to a million sats.
In cold storage.
In cold
Do that
storage.
first. Get to 1 million sats, or put 1% of your savings / portfolio into Satoshis, whichever number is higher. And the reason I say that is because if you're quote unquote saving in dollars, you're losing. Period in the story. And if you're investing, the only reason you're investing is because your money's broken. Right? So the combination of those two, if you can't put 1% into the hardest money in the world, what are you investing for anyways? What are you saving for anyways? So get to 1% of those two things, or 1 million satoshis, whatever comes, whichever's higher. Then get to your 100 hours of studying. Once you get your 100 hours of studying, then you can go and say, okay, I can level up off the million sats I got, and go up and say, okay, I can keep up my sats to my knowledge. Okay, right? And then we'll do the rest.
Eventually, that 1% is going to be 99%.
Absolutely.
That's the crazy part. That's the craziest part of it. That 1% is going to go to 99%. Then it's going to go to 99.9%. It's going to go to 99.99%. Even if you add no more.
Yep.
Insane.
Yep.
I'd say for anybody out there watching this, if you are somebody who understands Bitcoin, do not underestimate the power that you have, because it's going to be up to you to help people understand it, which is the real driver. The demand here and everything that happens is going to be done by us. So if you got an understanding of it, do anything that you can to push this thing forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just say buy Bitcoin, study Bitcoin, buy more Bitcoin.
Nice.
A good friend of mine once told me that that buying Bitcoin is basically the closest thing to buying back time. And the more that you can accumulate, the more time you're going to have on your side.
Nice.
Bye.
Love it.
I've heard that.
Time, leverage,
Yeah,
and truth.
you know, get off zero. It's you've got no say in it at all if you don't have any.
Join the team.
Join the team. Join the
And
team.
it'll
It's a
run
team
away.
effort, baby. It's a
It'll
team
run away
effort.
without you. Bitcoin doesn't care. It doesn't care if you have none, right? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't care.
It'll keep going. It'll keep going.
One
Regardless
more
of what
thing.
you have.
One more thing. It's the best way to save it. And for me, the only way to save it.
Yeah.
And that's Bitcoin.
There you go.
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good way to put that. It's the only way to save. So Bitcoin is, that's the title of this video, right? Bitcoin waits for no man, and we're just going to keep it really simple for this today. Bitcoin waits for no man, just period. So, that's why we do this show. That's why I do Bitcoin Generations, is because those future generations that are behind you, they haven't experienced Bitcoin. They don't know what Bitcoin is yet because they haven't been born yet. So if you have family, if you have extended family and there are future generations of Bitcoiners that are coming, future generations of your family that is coming, they're going to need to understand money. Bitcoin is the only sound money that there is, and it will eventually be the only money that there is, in my opinion. That may be a long ways out, but the way everything is going with artificial intelligence and technology paying for everything, you're going to need to be able to pay for things. And the way you're going to be able to pay for things is the way that it's all going. And the way that it's all going is toward the most sound money, the most internet efficient money, the most efficient money. And it's very obvious, right? How many times do we have to beat this drum? But we have to continue to sound the alarm. And that's why we're here, is for those future generations who need to stand on your shoulders. If you don't have any Bitcoin, what are they going to do? You need to learn how to preserve your wealth. That's why we're here. That's what we do this for. Sorry for the audio on the video. Sorry for I'm on the road today, being with family, but it's all about family. It's all about Bitcoin, and it's all about protecting your Bitcoin for the future. Hey, love you guys. Can't wait to get back into the studio and get some more things going where I've got all my bells and whistles, and just can't wait to see this. Let me just look at the comments real quick. Yeah, sweating and smiling together. Adam and Lori, great to see you. Pipeline, hey, Bitcoin Generations, he's 8 minutes late, but as far as I know, I'm the only person in live. No, you're not the only person in live, but this is going to be a short rip because of all the things going on packed into this weekend. It's a great time to be alive. I'm going to have more content, more stuff for you guys. I can't unpack it all today, but I'm going to continue to try to unpack. So I've got some great videos. I've got a few. I've got one with Solo Satoshi. I've got one with the COO of Steak and Shake that I met at this same night that I just showed you that video right there of Jerry Loves Freedom, Jor from 88 Sats Radio, and Rajat from his own channel. And actually, we had 2/3 of Maple Bitcoin there. We missed Forrest. If you see this, Forrest, we missed you. But yeah, just don't beat yourself up if you weren't able to go. Listen, this is one of those things where it's like you can only do what you can do. Do what you can where you're at right now. If you can't spend money, don't spend money. Put it into Bitcoin. Save in Bitcoin. Set it aside. Get it ready to teach others. I'm here in the state of Washington, in Olympia, Washington, and I'm orange pilling my sister and her 3 kids. That's what I'm doing here. This is like put some traction to your action. Let's go. That's what this is all about. When they say let's go, that's like, this should call you to action, and that's what it is. Okay, so you gently and over time are going to be talking to people about this. You have to share the good news. Okay, the only reason I'm here today is because of the grace of God, and because I have supportive family, and those 2 things right there I would not be where I am today. So I have a lot of hope inside. I have a lot of vision for the future. It's going to be an amazing thing, and it may not be easy to get there, but we can get there. Okay, we're going to get off zero, and that's what you're going to do as you. And I'm talking to baby boomers here. As you understand this, little by little, you're going to continue to advance your stack and advance things for the future of your family. Okay, so I got more stories. I talked to a ton of people, a couple of people that I knew in Vegas when I lived there. I'll tell you that story on the next live show that I do. But a fantastic time. I orange pilled these 2 friends of mine. They're in their 70s. Yeah, and they didn't understand Bitcoin. And I asked him, he's got all these investments, and I said, "Do you have any Bitcoin?" And he goes, "No." I go, "Okay." So his wife came home, and then we proceeded to have quite a conversation. And I will tell you more about that on the next one. Just so bullish, so encouraged about, like, stand your ground, continue to build your confidence and build your foundation in your knowledge of Bitcoin. Okay, that knowledge base, man, that's what it is. Okay, stand your ground, understand it. You don't need to do this, you need to do this. Okay, we're building bridges here. All right, my brothers and sisters, Adam and Lori, having some struggles with getting the technology going. Definitely battery recharging pipeline. He says, so I got exciting news. I found a solution for my cold storage needs. I'm going with BitKey. Okay, BitKey hardware device, mainly because of the fact that it is a multi-sig 2 of 3 and the ease of use like an Apple device. Okay, I honestly, I don't have any experience with BitKey. My experience is with the cold card queue. That's what I have. It's what works for me. But if the big keys works for you, 100% I support that. It's a cold storage device. That's right. You move it and you move it into cold storage. That is a great thing. So listen, I'm going to wrap right here. Thanks again for tuning in. Sorry we had an inconsistent schedule this week. I was really trying to go live on Thursday at 2, and that Thursday at 2 was Thursday at 4 Pacific time, or no, it was 5 o'clock Pacific time, and I was up to my neck, and I didn't have access to any of the media people there and stuff. So for me to go live there would have been really, that would have been a challenge for me because I'm a baby boomer and I'm already challenged. But all right, you guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to kind of press in, lean into this. Okay, you can do this, and I am 100% with you on all things that we're trying to get people off zero in Bitcoin. All right, it's great to see you all. Have a great day. Okay, we'll see you soon.